Beaners!
Hey!
Welcome fucking back. I know to you, seems like nothing.
Yeah.
To us, a lot of shit.
It's been 4 months since we've last recorded.
But we'll get into that on
later.
the recap.
Yeah, watch the recap next week.
But right now, Ants! How was it, buddy?
Oh, it was not a good movie.
It's been so long since I saw it.
Yeah. Oh my
It's been
God.
so long, I don't remember.
That movie is awful.
Yeah.
Bad movie.
What?
Yeah, you know what? I thought I would like it because I like animated movies. I like Woody Allen.
Woody Allen's your guy. I know that. That's this guy?
Nothing. I did not feel anything except for like, oh, this is bad. I just wish it was everything. I wish everything was more. I wish there was more attention to the story, or I wish there was more attention to the background,
or
like
to
the
comedy.
animation, or to comedy. Like, pick a lane.
Pick a lane. Are we a drama? Are we a comedy?
Yeah.
The whole time you are watching it, you're thinking, this isn't A Bug's Life. That is the thought.
No.
The whole time you're watching it, you go, this isn't A Bug's Life.
Oh my God! Just clearly trying to capitalize on whatever the fuck
Because A Bug's Life was a hit.
has. Oh my God, Bug's Life was amazing. But like they cared in Bug's Life.
Yeah, and I cared about the lead. I cared about the other. I don't care about this lead.
No,
Okay.
I don't know. Whoever decided to be like, oh, we have Woody Allen. Let's make him an action adventure hero. The fuck?
Just make the Rock character the action. I mean, the Sylvester Stallone character.
Make him the main
He
guy.
should have been the main guy.
Yeah,
Because it would have
or-
been a better storyline.
Or they should have focused on like the ant, like not wanting to be like everyone else, and then Woody Allen would have been perfect.
Yeah. And it's just about in the colony, not an action adventure.
Yeah.
He kidnaps the queen. He goes to war with termites, nigga.
And they get fucked.
They got butt. They won though.
Termites. No, they lost. It was a stalemate.
No, remember the way they beat them one surviving ant to no surviving termites.
You're right. You're right.
It was an all-out brutal war for no reason.
Just because Woody Allen was like, I'm gonna hide.
Well, he didn't hide. It was he
Oh yeah, he got fucked up.
he got fucked up.
Yeah.
He just like fell in a hole while he was running.
Yeah.
And then, hey, you know what though? If I'm him, I'm like, yo, that's the best war I've ever like. That was the best thing that ever happened.
Well,
I fell in a hole.
He immediately. He can use that for brownie points everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the lone survivor
Yeah.
in the termite war.
Oh God! And then
I got a little bit on your glass.
I know you sort of
and
long
it's,
range spit on me. That was
long range.
insane. You termite. You hit me like one of those termites.
Oh, they're lava?
Yeah,
They had lava.
They're lava.
Why do they have lava? Is that a thing?
I like how you call it acid lava. But yeah, I don't know. Apparently. But you know what? If anything didn't take science seriously, it's this movie.
But it did make me wonder, do termites spit acid
You know what?
on the wood?
I thought that too, actually. Didn't think to look it up.
I know.
One
That's
of
how
those
bad the
things.
movie was.
Yeah, well, like I was just like, I'm done with this. I don't need.
All right, anything you remember that I hit, that I didn't hit? Any of that stuff?
There's okay. You didn't hit. I thought you should. I thought that would have been interesting to mention it. Just how bad the animation was. The animation was.
I didn't really talk about that, did I?
No.
It wasn't good.
No, it wasn't good. Not
And
that,
it wasn't like Robot Chicken bad, where it's bad on purpose.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, this is funny because it's bad. Or South Park.
Or it wasn't like, this is 1998.
No, because
No.
there's good graphics in
There's
1990.
good
Toy Story,
Toy Story,
there's
Bugs
Bugs
Life.
Life. Yeah, there's movies that show that it can be done.
It was just such a huge step down in animation from anything Pixar was making. And maybe it could have been money-wise, maybe DreamWorks' first foray. Maybe. I'm not quite
it?
sure. I don't know the DreamWorks history. But, to me, DreamWorks didn't start hitting until they made Shrek. So,
Yeah, yeah. Hard.
yeah, so maybe that's them figuring it out. But, I mean, zero attention to the background. Like, literally zero. They could have been anywhere.
Yeah, they could have been anywhere.
Yeah. And at the end, you pan out and you find out they're in New York City. And it's like, you could have added more things to make it like, oh, they're in a park.
They're in a park. They're in New York.
Yeah. Yeah.
They could have been a lot of things that like, remember in Ratatouille where they reference they're in, like all these things to let you know where they are.
Yeah.
Either they're in Paris.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was just a bad movie.
Yeah. And I remember one scene they're at a water fountain,
Yeah.
but it's like empty and there's nothing around it. And it looks like a barren water fountain in the middle of the woods or middle of a meadow. It's like, no, it's a New York park. They can let there be people, let there be like things.
There should be people running up to it using the water fountain. There should be things happening.
Yeah. I couldn't tell if they were like the movie they try to be funny, and then some parts were like straight up horrifying. The termite war was horrifying.
He finds his homie's head.
He's talking to his homie's head. And his homie's like, oh, think for yourself.
Yeah, he gives him like some crazy
Life
speech,
advice.
life advice
He's
at
not
the
just
head.
like, I'm a head. Yeah. Which I think most people would be like that if their head was alive.
Yeah, it was funny. I did like the line where he's like, I think that's one of your legs. And then, like he's trying to put him I like that line.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like there were bits and pieces of it.
That could have been a good movie.
That could have been a good movie. It was sort of like The Day After Tomorrow. It's like, oh,
yeah, it had that vibe.
There was something there. You just missed it completely.
Oh, that's so mean to say. Yeah.
The wasp scene was horrifying where she just died.
Oh my God, Honey Bumpkin. And then she just gets murdered.
Yeah. Oh, by a human. Also, man, the type of person you'd have to be to try to fly swat wasps.
Yeah. Who did that?
The Joker.
They didn't mention that it was fucking Gotham's villain.
To be the fucking Joker. You kidding me? You fly swat one and you miss the other one? You're running for your life. What are you talking about?
And think about this. You tried to fly swat 2 wasps at once.
Yes.
The boldness.
Oh, yeah. That's
the
true.
bravery, dude.
Yeah.
The fucking... Yeah, are you Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Like,
dude.
what superhero are you, dude?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know what would go through your mind. You kind of have to be like, oh, this sandwich is sort of theirs for a while. It's not even. It was the sandwich wasn't even opened. Just let the
I'm like maybe trying to shoo. I'm definitely not swinging for murder shots.
Yeah, you're definitely not squaring up.
Yeah, I'm not squaring up, bro. I'm not squaring up with wasps.
Asking these wasps to see their hands and shit.
Yeah, and they were like high snooty wasps.
Yeah, well, they were white Anglo-American.
Wasps.
They were. I like that. That was a very Woody Allen joke.
Woody Allen joke.
Yeah.
For an hour and a half for that one joke.
Yeah, for real. Also, I didn't get, this was the whole point of the movie, was to like be your own person and be yourself. And at the end, he chooses to be a part of the colony.
Yeah, and he's like, we got a couple kids, and he's just talking, and it's just like, oh, this was just, you guys strung this together.
Yeah, there was no character growth.
I think they got, this is what I think happened, bro. I think they got Woody Allen before they got the movie. Like, I think they had an idea for the movie, and then they attached Woody Allen, and then they were like, fuck, we got to make it.
Okay, I think they had Woody Allen before they had an end.
That's what I mean. They had like a premise, right? We got, Woody Allen will be an ant. And then Woody Allen was like, okay. And they're like, oh, shit, for real?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, what's the ending? And they're like,
let's make it an action adventure.
We'll go as it goes.
Yeah. Remember Annie Hall? Remember how it was high-packed action?
So we're going to you'll be the same guy from Annie Hall, but we're going to add the fugitive storyline. How about that?
Yeah, we're going to make it a Michael Bay movie. What if Annie Hall was a Michael Bay movie?
Wait, like Bad Boys? No, like Transformers 3.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah, a lot of exposition. Yeah. I just wish there were more like cool stuff like, oh, the Paradise Place was a trash can. Reference it. I like that. I like it when like it's a world within a world, but I can recognize my world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's really cool. Like those parts of the movie is like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a trash can.
I think the best, to me, looking back now, I was like, oh, the best part of the movie is the dancing scene in the beginning. That's to me, the funniest part. It's the part that like, you lean in the most, that feeling of like, oh, okay, this is interesting.
Well, it's a good movie up until then.
Right in that moment, you're like, oh, where's this gonna go? He meets the queen at the dance. He's dancing with her. He's doing funny. It's fun. It's an actually funny scene. It's like a laugh out loud kind of funny scene.
And it's a good premise. Like, all the ants dance the same.
Everybody's saying that he's saying youch, and he's being funny, and it's all these things. It's like, oh, okay, and then that was it.
I forgot.
Yeah, like they had a second where it was like, oh, this is like you lean in. You're like, this is good. Where's this going?
Yeah, and it did nowhere.
Why was J-Lo in it?
Why was anyone in it?
Gene Hackman and Christopher Walken.
Dude, I was thinking
the cast was crazy.
The cast was insane. This was a check.
Sylvester Stallone, Gene Hackman,
Jennifer Lopez,
Woody Allen,
Christopher Walken.
Sharon
Stone.
These are all people who lead in their own movies.
Yeah, these are all A-list celebrity people.
A-list leads.
Yeah.
They were playing side characters in this bullshit ant movie.
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone's character is the only good character, I think.
That must have been a check. Yeah. Must have been like a 1990s, they didn't know what they were paying people check. Like they were still paying people probably.
Yeah, and then people are going to watch this because they watch Bug's Life.
Yep, and then we got all these names.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had more names than the Bug's Life did.
Way more. I don't know anyone in Bug's Life. Yeah. Who's in Bug's Life? Like off the top of my head? I don't know.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I can't name a single
Top of my head, I already knew Woody Allen was in it. So that's one, along with The Rock, J-Lo,
I bet you there's people in Bug's Life, but...
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
But they're not the name people we named. It's
not
the cast we just named,
yeah,
for sure.
if you had a list of casts side by side, be like, which movie would you rather see? You'd probably pick...
The Ants.
Although these big movies with a bunch of like stars in them generally don't do very well.
Yeah.
The only one that I've seen that was good was Avengers. But
Infinity War, I know.
Yeah, but they took like 30 years to set that
Yeah.
up. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's like they had a reason for all these celebrities to be like big celebrity movies like that.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, ones that are good with like mad celebrities in them.
No, because it's hard.
That are like a drama too. Not even a superhero movie. That's it. Yeah.
It's hard to shoe them all in.
American Hustle's good.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah.
It's got everybody in it.
All right.
But I mean, even still, it's not like, it ain't like, nigga, it ain't like, you know what though? I was about to say Pulp Fiction, but that doesn't count because at the time, that was not a star-studded cast.
Yeah, like that's over time. It
That's over time it became a star. So yeah, like because now I'm like, oh, no, I was like, nope. But in the moment, star-studded cast, you're right. It's hard to make it a hit.
Yeah.
Because you assume. It's too much of an assumption.
You want to do service to everybody. And you can't.
No.
You can't. Christopher Walken shouldn't. No reason for him to be in this movie.
J-Lo, no reason.
No reason for Christopher Walken to switch sides.
Why did he switch sides? He was supposed to be worse than Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make any sense that he would switch sides.
Nope. Gene Hackman's plan was all stupid. Well, you're gonna kill everybody. You won't have a fucking ant colony.
Yeah.
To rule. One more thing that I want to say that happened. Oh, so at the end they pan out and it's New York.
Yeah.
Right. And you see the Twin Towers, and every time I see a movie with the Twin, every time I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, they don't know yet.
I like watching old episodes of Friends because the Twin Towers is in like every episode.
Yeah. Oh, God. And on that positive note, ants.
Ants, motherfuckers. Beaners.
Hey.
Welcome back, you sons of bitches.
New movie.
New beaners, new day.
Hey.
Ehsan, Ahmad,
yes.
Jay in the middle, I believe.
Yes.
What happens in the film Gravity?
Huh. You know, when it came out in theaters, I wanted to watch it, and then I never did.
I'm so glad you didn't.
Yeah. So we have Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
And George Clooney.
What happens?
Something is happening on the International Space Station, and they don't know what's up, so they gotta send 2 astronauts up there.
Yeah.
And they go George, who's the grizzled vet.
Oh.
Yeah. And Sandra Bullock, who's the new girl in town.
Okay. Very Coyote Ugly kind of movie. I like it.
She's like the rookie. And they said they both have skills specifically designed for the tasks they need. There's a weird solar flare and it breaks a very important instrument on the space station. So they only they can go figure it out. And so then it's just them up there, and you're just sort of...
Wait, no other team? Just those... They sent 2 people? I'm not knocking your movie. I want to be thorough.
Fine, they send more people.
Okay, I was just asking. Maybe they send 2 people into space.
Yeah, no, it's sort of like Interstellar, where it's
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I was like, maybe.
But it's really them.
It's really just them.
Maybe
okay.
one of them dies, you know.
Okay.
Spacesuit.
I was just curious.
Spacesuit gets punctured or some shit, dies or some... You know, one of them dies. If there's a team, one of them for sure dies.
If there's a team.
Okay. You know.
Because I'm not saying there is. I'm just asking. I am curious.
Yeah, I know. You're just throwing a wrench into my movie. Yeah. So, you know, it's just, you know what? It ends up being just them 2. The other people die or they're not, but, you know, they got
So it's them 2 in space is what you're saying.
2 in space.
Okay.
And it's just them sort of dealing with each other and they don't like each other.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay, I like that. So it's not even about space; it's them dealing with each other.
It's their relationship.
I like that
because they're 2 humans stuck in a space that need to do this job for the greater good, but they don't like each other.
Now, what's the climax and how does it resolve?
The climax is they get out there and they're fixing the thing, and then another event happens, another solar flare thing. It's dangerous out in space.
Yeah, it's very dangerous.
They gotta fix this.
Because it's for the international, it's for the world.
Yeah, it's for, guys. And so, you know, they're both out there, and then there comes a situation where like, oh, one of us can make it, and one of us has to die. One of those, you know how it is? One of us has to sacrifice themselves. Usually it's the dude that sacrifices himself to save the girl, but it's 2016. It's the other way around, baby. Sandra Bullock floats off into space as George Clooney gets to come back home.
And they set it up where you think this is clearly George Clooney's going to sacrifice himself.
Yes. But then it ends up being Sandra Bullock in the end.
That sounds awesome.
And that's Gravity.
Dude.
Yeah.
Don't know what movie he described.
Gravity.
But pretty good.
I mentioned it was Gravity. Actually, you mentioned it was Gravity.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. But I've seen it, and I don't know what you described, but I liked it.
All right, what happened?
Sign 'em out. Are you ready?
I'm so excited. It's been
for
so
a
long.
space adventure.
Yes.
It's been so long. It's been a week, as far as they know.
As far as I know. That's true.
Okay. At 600 kilometers above Earth. This is what you're reading.
Start there.
We're starting with words, baby. Black screen.
Classic space movie.
Above the Earth, the temperature fluctuates between 258 degrees Celsius and negative 148 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
So you're living in that range.
Okay. I don't know why they wouldn't use just 2 Celsius numbers.
I thought that too, but we're not going to get into that.
Because the Celsius negative number isn't as big. So
I think so. Yeah, it doesn't look as cool. That looks way cooler.
Yeah.
258, 148. Whoa.
Yeah, that's big. But then you get to think about it and like, well, what's happening there?
Yeah, I don't know. There is nothing, though that goes, there's nothing to carry sound in space. There's no air pressure. There's no oxygen. That fades away.
Yeah.
Life in space is impossible. Gravity.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So, movie starts, complete silence. Just a beautiful shot of Earth from space.
That's nice. You ever seen Firefly, the TV show?
No.
Okay, it's like basically about a bunch of space cowboys, and what makes it so good though is like they're
astronauts or actual space cowboys?
They're in space, but it's like a western.
So space cowboys, okay.
Yeah. So space cowboys. But what makes it so great is that the shots in space are dead silent because there's no sound.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
Yeah.
So, beautiful shots of Earth. Okay, and then you start hearing slowly. It comes up. You start hearing Houston on a PA. You know what I mean? Like mumbles. Like, come in, Houston. Houston, you copy? Yeah, let's copy on that. You don't know where it's coming from because it's still the shot of Earth. You just hear mumbles of that, right? Yeah. And then it comes in louder, and then you hear over. That's a Roger, Houston. And like now it's like loud, okay? Yeah. And you hear a woman. You don't see her. You hear a woman talking about how she's nauseous. She's like, I'm getting nauseous. Vitals, blah blah blah, right? You just like space talk, vernacular,
space stuff. Yeah.
And then you hear another guy say he doesn't feel good about the mission. And it's clearly George Clooney's voice. Okay, you don't see him, but you just know that that's how George Clooney talks.
It's George Clooney, yeah.
Okay, so he goes, I don't have a good feeling about this mission. And then Houston goes, elaborate, Captain. And then he goes, well, it reminds me of a story, right? And then he tells this whole story about how his wife cheated on him. Okay. I know you're like, what? All right. So then the Houston voice talks, and you recognize it. Clearly, another clear voice, and it is the black hat from Westworld.
Oh.
Ed Harris.
Oh.
So, but that voice, that clearly, that recognizable, deep, like cadence.
Dolores.
Yeah, Dolores. That shit. That's exactly how he talks in this. Yeah. You think he's gonna say analysis or something at some point. You know what I mean? Actually, he might say the word analysis. That's he is really Houston. So you hear him talking, and he interrupts Clooney, and he goes, Kowalski, just to mention, you've told this story before, the cheating wife story. And then you see like the space. This is the whole time the camera's zooming in on a spaceship. So you don't see anybody, you just hear this conversation. Right. And then it gets closer and closer, and there's a man outside, and you see Clooney for the first time, right? And he's in like a rocket booster chair. He's in like a chair that's like rocket boosters on it. So he can like fling around, okay? And he goes, Houston, I want to thank you for the new thrusters on my new suit, but it's nothing like my 67 Corvette, And then he goes, by the way, did I ever tell you guys about the time? And then they all go, yes, Kowalski. You told us the story. So they're playing Hank Williams in space. So it's just a light vibe. This is the vibe we're saying. It's light. They're doing work, okay? They got country music playing, and they're all working. So, and then right after that line, right after the yes, Kowalski, Houston goes, Matt, we're going to miss you, as if he's retiring. So you were right about that. You were right about that.
Grizzled vet, he's retiring.
Okay, so they said it. We're
That's
when
all the bad things happen in movies. Nothing good happens after.
Always about when you're about to retire. Never mention you're going. Guys, just retire.
Yeah.
Don't ever say, this is my last week. Yeah. It's going to be a horrible week.
Yeah. Your family's going to die.
Yeah, dude. And you're not going to get to retire.
Yeah.
You will not get to retire.
Yeah.
Okay. So we see another character now, Sharif, a brown person.
Ooh.
So there is a team.
My kind of brown?
Yeah, you're kind of brown.
Okay.
All right. And he's outside the ship and he's working on stuff as well. And he is attached to a rope like that is attached to the ship. All right, and he's outside, he's working. And they're all cracking jokes. There's just, space talking. And Houston tells Sharif how, because he's doing such a great job, he can have the day off. And he pushes off the ship and he starts like dancing in space. Just like funny, cool stuff. Real light. The whole beginning is just making you do this.
Sharif.
You're just leaning in. The whole movie that's all this is. Really good shots. The movement also. The movie, by the way, hour and a half. Tight and perfectly done.
Really?
Perfectly done.
Okay.
So just right now, we're just like, I love this beginning because me and Trey were talking about like, oh, this is how they get you. It's just so calm,
Sharif.
So he starts dancing. So Houston asks the Sandra Bullock character, who's like also outside the ship and she's working on stuff, and then they go, Dr. Stone, that's her name, Dr. Stone, and they're like, well, your heart rate went up and your temperature dropped. Everything okay? And then she said, just trying to keep my lunch down, sir. And then the medical on the ship, the people on the ship, inside the ship, they're like, medical is asking you to return to explore Dr. Stone for a vitals check. And then she goes, no, I want to get the job done. I'm fine. You know what I mean? Let's just keep working. And then right after that, she goes, Kowalski, can you cut the music? I can't concentrate. Kowalski's like, yeah, you got it. Cuts the country music. Now it's silent again.
Ooh.
Okay. She asks Houston, she goes, Houston, are you receiving the data that I'm sending right now? That's a no, Dr. Stone, not receiving anything. Okay, copy. They finally zoom in on her, right? So you really see her face, and she's working on all the circuits and stuff and like doing cool shit. And then she goes, something's fried. And then they apologize to her, and they say that it's their fault. She goes, something's fried. I told you guys about this. And then they go, sorry about that, Dr. Stone. We should have listened to you earlier. You said this was going to happen. Like, so they're letting you know that this was a genius.
Yeah,
this is a genius.
Smart.
Very smart, okay? So she's like, don't worry. I'm fixing it. I'll get it done now. She's like, it's going to take me 1 hour. Okay. And then Kowalski, the Clooney guy, he goes, the Houston goes, Kowalski, do you copy? And he goes, yeah. He goes, we know you don't care about stuff like this, but it looks like our delay of an hour won't be long enough for you to break Anatoly's spacewalk record. And then Clooney goes, oh, I don't care about that. Just 75 minutes shy. Hasn't crossed my mind. You know what I mean? Like real quick. Like he says it real quick,
Yeah.
And then
so he's like the funny one.
He's funny. He's the one cracking all the jokes. He's the one keeping everything light and just getting everybody. But he's the captain. You know what I mean? He's getting make sure everybody's getting their job done and keeping it light. So everybody laughs after he goes, never crossed my mind. And then the Houston guy goes, Matt, sir, it's been a privilege working with you. Enjoy your last spacewalk. So
tempt fate, dude.
Bro.
Everyone tempts fucking fate.
What's Houston saying that? That wasn't him.
No one learns. No one learns. Don't tempt fate.
So Matt Kowalski comes over to Dr. Stone and says how she's doing a great job. And he's like, you look nervous. And then he's like, but don't worry. He's like, my first spacewalk, I coughed up everything too. And then she kind of smiles like, okay. Then it's like a shot of her like working on stuff, and you see like lug nuts kind of get away from her.
Yeah.
And then he uses his space seat to kind of like calmly go grab it as he's talking to her. And he's not like, but it's a really cool shot of like these lug nuts like floating, and he's like grabbing them as he's talking. It's really cool. Yeah. And just calm. He's just talking to her calmly, right? It's all calm. I know this makes it seem like it's a long scene. This is probably like 10 minutes. But it's just how it was done was so fucking
just
good.
Keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, man. Because you're like, what's happening? Yeah, you just don't know.
Yeah.
So Houston, right then goes, guys, copy. A Russian satellite has just been struck miles away, and the debris is heading at you at 20,000 miles an hour. He's like, but it will miss you. He said, we're going to keep you updated on that. And it was very professionally done how he said it. Also, what you notice is it feels like in the beginning, this is exactly how it would be in space. There's constant communication. There's never a break in silence. There's always, Roger, copy, Houston, Sharif, and it goes, because it's like, in space, they would have to keep communicating. You have to keep communicating. You can't stop talking. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, that was just so, they don't miss a beat. They're fucking going. And then tells him about that. And then Dr. Stone goes, Kowalski, should we be worried? And he goes, no. He said, let them in Houston do all the worrying. We're up here.
Yeah.
Which is smart. It's like, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
We can't worry.
Yeah.
We'll worry when they say worry. Other than that, we're fucking up here.
You're in space. You got to be like in it. You can't just be like,
what's going to happen in 10 minutes?
Yeah. You got to be in space.
And he's saying that really calm. You know what I mean?
Come on, Sharif, survive. That's all I care about. Come on, Sharif. You're one of my people.
So they keep talking, and then after that they go back to work, and then he mentions how genius she is and how she's like the first person to like ever get her. This was like her project, this whole thing, and it all got funded, and that's like crazy. because it was like her first
her
idea
first
and it got project.
yeah.
You know, and it got funded.
That's
so they were
crazy.
talking about that. So they're just setting up that this woman is a fucking genius.
Right.
Okay. So Sharif says to Kowalski, this is your boy. He goes, Kowalski, is this great or what? And he starts doing like cool jumps off the ship because he's attached to the ship, right? On this rope. So he's doing cool jumps off the ship. Yeah. Like these cool rope jumps, right? Yeah. He's just kind of dancing. And then as he's doing that, Kowalski looks at him and be like, can you believe that guy went to Harvard? You know? They all laugh a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, God, Sharif. Sharif. If I was out in space, I wouldn't be doing cool jumps and shit.
No. I mean, I'd be so nervous. Yeah. But then he goes, and then right then he goes, you know, he says that joke and he looks at Earth and he goes, man, but look at that view. Beautiful shots of Earth.
It's just how flat it is.
Just beautiful. It's so flat.
Flat Earth.
And then Clooney he's so fucking smooth and cool, by the way. Everything he's saying. Like when you see he's so smooth. He's never raises his voice, never changes his voice. Right. Calm, cool, you know? And he goes, Stone, what's your favorite part about being up here? And then she goes, the silence. I could get used to it.
Ooh.
Fade out. That's it.
Okay.
That's how that ends.
Okay.
So, right, it's quiet. And then right then, you hear like Dr. Stone's working on the panel, right? And Kowalski, he goes, she's working on it again. He goes, you know, I don't feel good about this mission. Right? He says that out loud. And then Houston goes, would you like to elaborate on that? And he goes, well, it reminds me of a story about being in Mardi Gras. And then right then, Houston goes, actually, Kowalski, I have not heard this story. Continue. And he goes, well, and he starts telling the story about being in Mardi Gras. And I swear to God, bro, the story is his girlfriend cheats on him.
So it's the same damn story.
It's just a different girlfriend.
That's
so he's like, he said the Mardi Gras story. So you don't think it's coming.
That's so funny.
And he's like, I don't know the Mardi Gras story. And he's like, well, I remember I was dating this beautiful girl down in New Orleans and we're having a great time, blah, blah, blah. And I took her to Mardi Gras and he's saying all these things. And he goes, and I remember afterwards, I looked down and my girl is holding the hand of a beautiful woman. So they like right when he says it's like a lesbian, they go, right when he says it, they go, mission abort. You hear Houston, mission abort, mission abort, mission abort, return to explore now. All personnel, return to explore now. And then he goes, why, Houston? And he goes, debris has started a chain reaction and it's heading at you like a bullet and it's coming right at you.
Oh,
music.
Fuck.
That's what you hear that. Fuck. In the background, just that sounding. Like that intensity ringing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so Dr. Stone keeps working on the panel and Kowalski's like, she's like, Dr. Stone, let's move. And she's like, I'm almost done. He's like, that's an order. Let's move, you know? And she's like, shit. And then shit gets really intense. Yeah. And then it's a shot of Clooney like trying to get it. Now it's like he's shooting around trying to get his team to finish up and get back on the ship, right?
Right.
So he goes, what happened? And then Houston's like, because you find out the debris is getting close. Houston keeps saying how close the debris is getting. Right. Debris is at 100,000 kilometers, 97,000 kilometers. Like they're just like, you know it's intense.
Oh, it's coming at 20,000 miles per hour.
And they're saying where it's at. Like, okay, it's here. Now it's here. Now it's here. And then so you're just
kind of fucked if you're up there.
Oh yeah. He goes, what? Clooney's like, what happened? And he's like, a Russian space station satellite got blown up. They blew it up themselves. And then Clooney was like, spy stuff gone wrong. He says, but like they did that. Yeah. And they fucked over everything.
Yeah. Oh my God, they almost killed people. Or they're about to kill people. So, Sharif is dead. Sharif is probably already dead and I just don't even know it yet.
So Houston is now saying, we are expecting Explorer. We are expecting all communication blackout in 10 minutes. Okay. Or in 30 seconds. Okay. Explorer, we are expecting communications blackout in 25 seconds. Explorer, we are expecting he just keeps saying it over and over again as they're trying to get everybody on the ship. Ooh. You know what I mean? And he's fucking saying it's getting fucking louder and louder. You know what I mean?
That's so intense,
bro. And so he's repeating that over and over. 12 seconds. Communications blackout. And then now you're starting to see the debris coming in piece by piece. You know what I mean? Like, and you can see it, they're seeing it now.
Oh fuck! You know so it's like a lot of debris.
Oh dude.
How much is in a satellite? How much can you blow up?
They're huge.
Oh, they blew up a space station.
Space station satellite. Right. They're humongous.
I'm gonna pretend I know that they're big, but whatever. So
they're flying, right?
Yeah.
And then you see now Sharif is bouncing off the ship trying to dodge shit now.
Right.
Okay. And right then, So, you hear Kowalski going, let's go. And then he asks Houston, Kowalski goes, Houston, permission to rescue Dr. Stone.
Right.
And then right then Houston goes, permission granted. And then right as he goes to rescue, we lost Houston. That's it. Houston is now done. They played their part in this movie. Okay.
Houston's over?
Bro, Houston, we lost all communication with Houston.
That's
what I mean?
crazy.
So now he's trying to save her. And right then you see a piece of fucking thing hit Sharif. Bam! Oh. And now Sharif is just like the rope and he's just you know what I mean? Sharif. Dangling on the fucking thing.
Sharif!
Man down!
Oh no!
You know what I mean? And he's fucking yelling that shit. And he sees Sharif and he's like, permission to go save Sharif.
Yeah.
Nothing. Goes, I'm going to save him. Goes to save Sharif, right?
Yeah.
So as he's going to save him, like, it shows now Sandra Bullock, she's attached to a long arm, mechanical arm, and she's sitting in a chair, right? If that's the thing that she was working on the outside of the ship. So that's what she's attached to, okay? So as she's kind of like dodging shit and you see all the shit coming at her, right then you see the ship gets hit, like the entire ship, like the Explorer gets hit like massively. So poof, no sound though, but it's like the biggest explosion you've ever seen, the coolest shot. And so now you hear them screaming.
Yeah. Oh God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Sandra's now getting slung around like crazy on that mechanical arm. And she's like, ah. And then they're like, Dr. Stone, detach yourself. Dr. Stone, you need to detach. This is Kowalski, right?
Yeah.
And then she's like, ah. She's just screaming. He's like, Dr. Stone, you have to detach yourself now. You have to detach yourself. I am losing visual of you. So right then, she goes, phew, she detached herself. She's like, I'm detached. And she's fucking flipping into outer space.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Just flipping into outer space.
Yeah.
And she's like, I am detached. I'm detached. And then he goes, I'm losing visual of you. Kowalski, I'm losing visual of you. Dr. Stone. And he goes, I can't see you. And then he goes, I can't see you. This is George Clooney like yelling this at her, right? But all you see is her, right? And so like now she's just flying off into space because she detached herself from the metal arm.
Right.
And you just hear her breathing, panicking. It's all the shot.
She just keeps going.
She's spinning. She's just floating into space. You're gone.
Oh my God. How are you gonna get her back? Guys, we need Sandra back.
You hear Kowalski go, Dr. Stone, do you copy? She's like, yes, I'm spinning. He goes, report your position. What do you see? And he's saying this calmly, by the way. I don't know why I'm yelling. He's saying it like, report your position. What do you see?
Okay.
And then she's like, he's like, do you have a visual of Explorer? She didn't say anything. Do you have anything? And she goes, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And you hear Clooney's voice fading out, so you hear him going, I need you to identify, where are you? Do you see your position? But he's fading away.
Yeah.
And you hear her breathing getting louder and louder, right? As his voice is like fading. And it zooms in on her face, right? And then as she's spinning, this is the outside of the camera, you see her like, and she's just like, and it's just frozen on her for a while. She's like, she's just spinning, right? And then the camera, and then it goes from that, and then the camera goes to inside her helmet, and you're spinning with her, and it's just dizzy. You're just dizzy. You're getting dizzy watching it.
Yeah, you can't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh man, how did you stop?
She, the camera's in her helmet, and so like right then go on.
Ooh, what happened? Got tripped up by your own notes there. Sounds like you got a little dizzy. Yeah, I mean, how does she...
She breathes. So she finally goes, like she breathes and like snaps back too, and she's like, I see the International Space Station, 7 o'clock. And no one answers, right?
Right.
And she goes, Lieutenant Kowalski, do you copy? Explorer, copy. Nothing. Houston, copy. This is her. Nothing.
That's the
and she goes, I'm Mission Specialist Ryan Stone. I'm spinning into space. Does anyone copy? The music gets fucking into, yeah. It's all you hear is just that sound. Oh, you know what I mean?
So
Explorer,
scary.
Copy. And then it's just a shot of her like it pans back, and now you just see her spinning into space.
This is legitimately scary.
Oh, it's the scariest thing you've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh my God. This is way more scary than like a ghost movie.
Oh yeah. As she's spinning into space, she goes, "Please copy." Camera fades to black.
Oh God.
And then you see it, and as it fades back, you just kind of see a distant body floating. Because she's been floating, just gone into space, bro.
Yeah, she's done. Okay. How did she come back? She's done.
So right then you hear, Dr. Stone, do you copy? Yes, I'm here. It's her, right? Yeah. And he goes, flash your lights. She's like, what? Flash your lights. I can't see you. So she pulls out her flashlight. Now you see her spinning with a light flashing. But she's going like this. Right. And see a light like flashing as she's spinning, okay?
Right.
And he goes, okay. He goes, what's your status? Tell me your status. And then she's like, I'm alive. He's like, no, your vitals. And she's like, oxygen is going down fast. I'm at 8%. He's like, all right, you're breathing too fast. I need you to calm down, okay? You're going to run out of oxygen. And he's like, no, we don't want that, do we? She's like, no, I'm sorry. He's like, it's okay. I'm almost there. And then now you see her spinning and you see his rocket chair kind of coming into frame, right?
Oh,
like from out of nowhere, you see his rocket chair coming, right?
Oh, shit.
He's like, I'm coming to grab you, okay? And she's like, okay. And so he's going right at her. And then right then he hits her. And like he hits her hardest. Like they hit hard. Bam! Like really hard. And he's like, I gotcha. Okay? And he's like, okay, I'm going to tether you to me now. She's like, okay. And they're like face to face. And he's like, I know you never realized how devilishly good looking I am, but I need you to help me with the tether. And she's like, okay. Because she's just fucking panicking. Yeah, and he's calm, bro. He's so cool in this. He's like, okay, I got you tethered to me. He's like, okay, good. Now I'm going to push you off of me. She's like, no. He's like, I'm pushing you off. No. And then he pushes her off and she's like, ah! And then now the rope, right? He's like, all right, see, calm. Where you go, I go, okay? Because he has the rocket chair.
Right.
So he's like, all right, now let's get out of here. And he starts like fucking using his chair, and it's just like going like, and it's just like yanking her. Like that, like that. Yeah. And then all you hear is like, so you see them going, and you hear him going, Houston, do you copy? And then you hear her going, fuck, God damn it. Fuck. And it's just, and it's a long shot of that.
That's funny.
Fuck, God damn it. It's really good. It's real.
Yeah.
Real.
Weirdly funny.
Kind of funny.
Yeah.
George Clooney's calmness brings you to that.
Okay.
It gets you there.
I wasn't expecting laughs in this one.
Yeah, he's funny. He's good. Yeah.
George Clooney's good?
He's good. Yeah. So you hear him. Houston, copy. Mm-hmm. Houston, you copy? Saying it over and over, okay? And then he keeps going, Houston, this is Dr. Kowalski, Dr. Stone, do you copy? And then finally she goes, they can't hear us. And he goes, we don't know that, and that's why we keep talking. It might save our lives. Houston, do you copy? So calm, bro. Ooh. So calm.
Dude, and that dude's a fucking when you watch it,
you're going to fall in love with him.
Yeah.
So he goes, Kowalski, I need you to set a timer. Dr. Stone, I need you to set a timer for 90 minutes. Mm-hmm. That's when the debris will come back around to kick our ass again.
Right.
So it takes 90 minutes. As fast as it's going, it's going to take 90 minutes to travel around the world.
Good.
So crazy, right?
God, dude, the fucking Russians. What the fuck?
What? Hey, man, give somebody a notice when you're going to blow up shit.
Russians, what's wrong with you?
No heads up. No, like, hey, everybody, hey, other countries who have space stuff, heads up, we're doing some space shit today.
Yeah. Also, you could probably calculate it so it wouldn't, fuck people over.
Well, it also knocked out the debris of every satellite in the world. Oh, because I forgot when all this debris of satellite goes down, Kowalski goes, well, the entire world just lost its Facebook feed. So it lets you know, like, the internet would have gone down in the world.
Yeah, Russians. Fucking relax.
You ruined the internet for the world.
That's how bad the spy stuff went?
Yeah, what did y'all do? Ooh, also, what did they do?
The fuck you guys
got
do?
caught, nigga. Y'all got caught doing some shit.
Hard. We got to take out the world's Facebook.
So, all right. So she says, my oxygen is down to 6%. And he tells her, he's like, that's all right. He's like, it's all right. You handled it. You did a good job. You know what I mean? And then she goes, you didn't do too bad yourself. And then so he keeps talking to Houston, and he goes, Houston, I'd like to retrieve Dr. Sharif's body. And silent for a beat, and then he goes, Roger that. And so now the camera is from inside Sandra Bullock's helmet, right? And he's God, fuck. He's slinging her around to get to Sharif. And so right when they get up on him, he goes, all right, you're gonna have to grab him, okay? And then she she hits him so hard, bro. Boom, like that, right? And then he's like, grab Sharif. And she's like, I'm trying. And then she finally gets a hold of him, right?
Right.
She brings him in closer to me. He's like, clutch him like he goes, clutch him like he's your Valentine. And she's like, now she's holding on to this dead body, okay?
Oh, God. Sharif.
So
Sharif got J-Lo'd, man. I saw it coming, though.
She looks at him, like the kid, she looks at him, and she's like, and then the camera pans to him, and there's a complete hole in his head. Right here. So the outside of his head is still intact, completely like fine. And then it's like someone pushed the hole out of his face.
Oh,
like someone pushed his face like this, and then everything went out the back of his head.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
How gross.
Just a hole, and then everything else is frozen. So he's And then next to him, tethered to his body, is a picture of his family. So that's just like floating. And you just see that in front of the camera. It's fucking dark, dude. Yeah, it's like a really dark.
Good God. Jesus.
Where
were we? Sharif's dead ass face. That's where we were. He's just gone face.
Yeah. So
God.
Kowalski
Yeah.
tells Houston how catastrophic the damage is to the Explorer, all right?
Right.
And then they say, we're going to go to the ship and see if we can retrieve any, see if anybody survived.
Right. Oh, there's more people on the ship.
I mean, there was an entire crew on the ship.
Okay.
An entire crew. So they get to the ship and she goes, my O2's down to 5%. All right. And they start going through the ship and there are dead bodies everywhere. And like also like cool, like we're floating like retainers and toys and all this other cool shit that's like floating around. And as they're going through all these dead bodies, okay?
Right. Because these people don't have their suits on. So
no. They didn't know it was coming. And they didn't know it was coming that fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he goes, Houston, everyone is dead except me and Dr. Stone. Right? And then she goes, Captain, I'm sorry. I should have stopped immediately in the beginning when you told me to stop. And he's like, stop. It's not your fault. This is going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then right after that, you get a beautiful shot of the sun coming up on the outer rim of Earth. All right. So, and they're still floating through space.
Oh, they're fucked. Yeah, they got to find some safety.
Yeah. Well, he points out, okay, so he goes, hey, we're going to have to make it to that space station over there. And so he points to another space station way far away. All right.
Right.
And he's like, it's a hike, but, it's our only way, It's a bit of a hike, but it's our only way to get back to Earth. And she's like, and he goes, agreed? And she's like, agreed. He's like, okay. And she's like, after you. And he goes, Houston, we're going to start heading to the ISS ship, this ISS ship over here.
Right.
And he goes, ISS, if you can hear us, we could really, really use a rescue mission. Heading to you now. And because he's talking, you don't know if somebody's on the ship. So and now they start going to them. So like I said, now it's a beautiful shot of the outer rim of Earth. And then she goes, oxygen level is at 0.2%, right? And he starts playing some Hank Williams and they're just floating through space. He's that nigga, bro. He's calm. What else you gonna do? So
yeah, I guess you just gotta keep calm and make the next pass.
You just keep going to the next thing.
Right.
So he's talking to her. He's just talking. He's talking about how he's gonna miss the sunrise. He's just keeping calm. He's talking about how he's gonna miss this sunrise and these beautiful views and things like that.
Right.
And then he asked her. He goes, Dr. Stone, where's home for you? And then nothing. She didn't say anything. Mm-hmm. And he goes, Ryan, where's home for you down there on Mother Earth? Nothing. Dr. Stone, where do you pitch your tent? And then she's like, Lake Zurich.
Oh, oxygen is.
And he goes, where the hell is that? But he's got to keep her talking to keep her alive. So it's like a double-edged sword, you know? So he's like, where the hell is that? And she's like, Illinois. And he's like, oh, Central Time Zone. He's just trying to keep her calm. He's like, so that would make it 8 p.m. He said, so what are the good people of Lake Zurich doing at 8 o'clock? And then she's like, I don't know. I'm not going to make it. You got to let me go. I'm holding you back. Let me go. And then he goes, calmly, he goes, she said, I'm slowing you down. He goes, calmly, what would you be doing in Lake Zurich right now? It's 8 p.m. You're getting off work, And then she was like, I'd be driving. He's like, oh, what do you listen to on the radio? Do you listen to the radio? Do you listen to anything? You listen to classics, oldies? What do you listen to? It's nothing. As long as they're not talking, I just drive. Right?
Oof.
That's what she says.
You feel her life force slipping away.
And then he goes, okay, well, what do you miss? What do you miss down there, Ryan? Tell me what you miss. She doesn't say anything. He goes, is there a Mr. Stone? And then she goes, no. And he goes, oh, no one special at all? Someone down there looking up, thinking about you? Mm-hmm. And then she says nothing. And then she goes, I had a daughter. And then he has this thing, right? He pulls out this little mirror and it's like, and then now he's looking at her like this. Right? And you can tell he feels bad. Like he's like, what the fuck? And then she goes, I had a daughter. And she goes, she was 4. She was playing at school and tripped and hit her head. Stupidest thing.
Oof.
God,
life has no meaning.
And she said, and he's just looking at her, right? Quietly. And then she goes, I was driving when I got the call. God. So that's what I do now. I go to work. I drive. Fade to black.
Oh, God. What? Bro, that's so sad.
Just beautiful shots. And then beautiful shots of Earth after that. You know what I mean? Oh, so sad. The movie's going to fuck you up, bro.
What?
So right then, O2 down to 1.
Sadder than this?
O2 down to 1%.
Oh,
O2 down to 1%.
How is she even going to live?
And they aren't close at all.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he goes, well, I've got good news and bad news. And he goes, good news, we're only 5 minutes away. Bad news, I'm also 10 minutes away from breaking Anatoly's spacewalk record. Right? Laugh. Her suit, right then her suit starts going off, the alarm. Doop, 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 doop. Right? And so she goes, oh no, I'm redlining. Like she starts panicking again, right?
Yeah.
And she goes, my pressure's low. And he goes, that's because your tank is out, but it's still in your suit. Okay? The air is still in your suit. That means you have to sip, not gulp. This is wine, not beer. Okay? Let's practice. So she starts doing that. So dope. Bro, he says it so calm. This is wine, not beer.
He should have said that at the beginning when he was at 6%.
When she was at 6%. Yeah. Exactly. I think he probably didn't time out.
Yeah.
But I mean, how would he know? He's just guessing, you know?
Yeah.
But you're right. He probably should have said it earlier.
Right.
And
yeah,
then,
George Clooney, this is your fault.
So they show her trying to breathe in her helmet, and he talks to Houston about how they're getting close, but his chair only has 2 boosts left, if they're lucky.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay?
What the fuck?
So they're drifting. So now they're drifting closer and closer to the space station, and he's like timing it. He's like, all right, we can't miss it.
This feels
and
so
he's like,
hopeless.
Oh, dude. And then he goes, steady, aim, fire. And then he goes, right? And now there's just that intense music kicks back in, right? So now they're shooting headfirst at this fucking ship.
Yeah.
Okay? And then she goes, break. And he goes, I can't, we're empty. Brace yourself. So now they're flying at this ship, okay? And then she's like, we're gonna hit hard. Grab what you can. And then they fucking bounce off this ship so hard, bro. Boom, boom, boom. Because they hit, and he's like, try to grab something. Grab anything. And they're both reaching and boom, trying to just grab like parts of the ship, right? And then they fucking hit a piece of the ship that's like sharp, and their tether breaks, the thing that's holding them together. Right? It snaps. And then she goes, I'm detached. Right? Screaming.
God damn.
So so you see her.
God, I'm just like cringing this entire time.
I'm detached.
All the response I have.
And then he's like, grab hold. Dr. Stone, grab anything.
And she grabs something last
She's
second.
fucking she's grabbing. She can't grab anything. She runs into this parachute that is like somehow on the space station, a parachute got deflated. Like
Right.
it was like that when they got there.
Right.
So she goes through the parachute and she gets caught in all the straps.
Yeah.
Okay?
What happens to Sharif? Is Sharif gone?
Remember he had a hole blown through his head.
But she's hugging him. Does she let him go?
Oh yeah, they let him go to the next station.
Okay.
Remember when I say they're hugging and then they find the idea of the next station?
Okay.
They have to just let him go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but they took him into the ship with the other dead bodies.
Okay.
So they're all in one place.
So they left him in one place. All right. That's nice of them.
Yeah. I think that's what he wanted. Looking back, it's like, oh, that's what he wanted to do. 'Cause that just hit me too. Like, oh, that is.
Yeah,
what he did.
at least he's not like floating through
So
space
when they come
alone.
back and get the debris from the ship, they can get all the bodies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That makes sense.
Makes sense.
So
Sharif.
detached. That's right. She's like, I'm detached.
Yeah.
Tether breaks.
She's in a parachute.
He's like, grab anything. So they land at the parachute. She's wrapped up in all the parachute. She turns, right? Like towards back to the ship, like her body turns, and Clooney's coming right at her. And he's like, and they fucking hit. Boom.
Damn, there's just a lot of collisions in this.
Yeah. And then so now she's farther out into space, but the parachute straps are still holding her. And then he's now going by her and he's like, grab me. And then she reaches to grab him, misses. The rope's going, and then grabs the rope at the last second. And then the parachute has her foot. So now you got her foot. So you got ship, parachute straps, her foot, her rope, Clooney. Space. The rest of the universe. Okay? That's how this shot is.
This might be the scariest movie of all time.
Best, also one of the best. Yes.
What the fuck? This is so scary.
So she's holding on. She's got her foot, got the foot.
Yeah. My heart's beating.
Yeah.
Like really fast.
So she's like, all right, I'm going to pull you in. Okay. And then he, of course, can see her foot getting loose because that's his angle.
Of course.
Yep. He can see her foot coming loose.
Of course.
And she's like, I'm pulling you in. He's like, no, Dr. Stone, you got to calmly. He's like, you got to stop. And then she's like, no, I can do it. I'm pulling you in. And he's like, your ropes are loose. And she's like, and then right then, boom, she almost comes undone. And now it's like just her foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God.
And so she's like, I can pull you in. I can do this. And then he goes, no. And then the shots of them are all holding on. Like, it's just a crazy shot of them. And then he goes, it's not up to you. And then he takes like the thing that's holding it and like undoes. And now he's like just holding the rope. And then he's like, please. She goes, please don't do this. Matt, please. Like she's begging him now. Please don't do this. And then he goes, you're going to make it, Ryan. No! He just drifts into space. Deep camera eye contact. He's just fucking. You know what I mean? That like just, no!
He's gone?
Yeah, he's gone.
Already?
Floats into space. Bro,
What the fuck?
And then now he's just gone. Camera goes back to her.
What the
and
fuck?
And then now she's floating back towards the ship because there's nothing pulling her.
Oh,
you know
God,
what I mean?
what the fuck?
And then she's crying. I had you. She also, remember, has no oxygen left in her fucking suit.
Yeah. What?
So now
Clooney's already gone.
Clooney's done.
Yeah.
And so now she's going back towards the ship because it's pulling her back that way, right?
At this point, you got to survive now.
Oh, it's over. Now it's over.
George Clooney lost his life to save you.
So
you have to live.
She's finally grabbed, and she grabs hold of the ship. She's just trying to grab it. She grabs hold of the ship now. And then you hear, Ryan, do you hear me? You copy? It's Kowalski. And then she goes, my CO2 alarm is still going off. And then he goes, you have to board the ship. He's like, do you see the airlock? Look for the airlock. And then she's looking at him drifting into space still, right? And then he's like, he tells her, you need to look up to your right, like tells her exactly where to look. And then she's like, I see it. He's like, all right, now go to the airlock. Get inside. You know what I mean? So he's like, he tells her exactly what's happening. He's like, right now what's happening is you're getting lightheaded because you're breathing CO2. And then her camera's like getting foggy in her helmet. And then he's like, you're losing consciousness. You need to board the ship, okay? Listen to me. He's like, there is a Chinese space station west. Head there. It has a re-entry protocol to Earth similar to ours. So once you go on the ship, head to the Chinese station. That's what he's telling her to do, okay? And then she tells him, I drove it on the simulator, but I crashed it every time. And he goes, that's what the simulators are for. You're supposed to crash those things. Yeah. And she goes, but I crashed it every time. You know, she's like, I never landed. And then
well, then don't try. What are you saying? Just, you got to still do it.
And then she goes, when I get on the ship, I'm coming to get you. And he goes, no, you're not. And then she's like, I'm coming to get you. He's like, Ryan, you have to learn to let go. You got to let go. And she's like, no, I'm coming to get you. He goes, Ryan, I need to hear you say I'm going to make it. Ryan, tell me you're going to make it. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. Okay, let's go. And then she's like, she starts climbing up, right?
Yeah.
And then and then now he's just talking to her. He goes, and what kind of name is Ryan for a girl anyway? And she's like, my dad wanted a boy. And then she's still moving up the ship right to where he told her to go. Right. And then he goes, by the way, now that we got some distance between us, you find me attractive, right? And she goes, what?
Smooth motherfucker.
She like smiles and goes, what? He's like, come on, there's something between us. You know what I mean? Like there's something. You didn't feel that? And he's like, you telling me, he's like, you didn't feel anything? Because people always tell me I have beautiful blue eyes. And then she smiles again and she's like holding onto the ship, trying to climb. And she's like, you do. You have beautiful blue eyes. And then he goes, my eyes are brown. And then she like smiles again. And then he goes, but you want to hear some more good news? He's like, I'm going to break Anatoly's space walk record. And he goes, and I think mine will stand for a long time. Right? And then he says, oh my God. And she goes, what? And he goes, Ryan, you should see the sun over the Ganges. It's amazing. Radio static. And then you look over and she sees his dot, like the dot that was him, and he's just smaller and smaller into oblivion. Okay? So the camera is now looking in from her helmet, and it's showing her now jumping up from like jumping up from thing to thing to get to the airlock, right? Yeah, she's still just trying to breathe. Oh, bro.
I'm so sad.
So she's trying to breathe.
God damn it.
She gets all the way to the thing and then like to the door and she opens it, bro, and the door slings open. Boom, and she barely holds on. Like, and now it's like her, like as the air is blowing out, like, and she's like in space. She's holding on. So she fucking climbs, gets inside. It's a cool shot of like, cause you hear like, that sound still has been going, that intense noise. And then she closes it like, and there's no sound. Beautiful editing of the sound, like of just the sound evacuation. You know what I mean? Like so cool.
This is my heart. This is so much.
So it closes the door.
So much.
And then all you hear is her breathing, right? Like, you know, and then she's waiting for the oxygen levels to get right so she can take her helmet off. Right. So she's like, the oxygen levels are going up, like, and she's waiting for it to get like to 100%. And then she's sitting there and she's doing everything she can and to not pass out. She's like, and then you hear, and then she, and it feels like the first time you can breathe the whole movie, bro. She's just doing all that shit. And it feels like you couldn't breathe how she's breathing.
Fuck, dude. Holy shit.
Totally get why. I think she won the Oscar for this. And if she didn't,
Did she?
fuck you guys. I know she got nominated, but she didn't win. What the fuck? I'm pretty sure she won.
Good Lord. I only think she won for The Blind Side. Also, yeah.
She's not nominated for this for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know who beat her for this, but Jesus Christ.
I wonder when she adopts the black kid in this movie.
A little bit. Just wait.
Okay.
So she's breathing, right? And then she shreds all her gear, like immediately, and just floats for a second, and she looks like an embryo, like how an embryo would, you know what I mean, in a woman's body.
Yeah.
And then she just like knocks out, and her body looks fucking amazing. Yo, Sandra.
Well, Sandra, yeah.
You bad in this.
Sandra's hot.
Not anymore. You seen Ocean's 8?
Well, I mean,
What happened to you?
plastic,
But fucking
like a lot of plastic surgery.
yeah, you just look like you just put a plastic face on your regular face. You know what I mean?
She looks like Michael Jackson.
You look like Michael fucking and you were hot in Gravity. That was 2016. It's not like I said, yo, Speed.
Yeah.
You were so hot in Speed. You weren't even that hot in Speed. To me, you kind of ugly in Speed. This shit, I wanted to fuck you throughout all this, even when you couldn't breathe. Especially when you couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But
What'd you do to your face?
She does not look good in Ocean.
No.
Yeah.
Hideous.
I mean, I
don't like plastic shit. To
Yeah,
me, it's like it's more ugly than an ugly person.
It was
At least
like-
an ugly person is owning it.
Because it's also like, oh, Sandra, you're also clearly hot. So there's no need to make yourself plastic.
Hey, and guess what, Sandra? We all know you're 50.
Yeah, just
You were in Speed.
Yeah.
You're not fooling us, bitch. You were 30 in a movie in the 90s. We know you're old. It's okay.
Just be 50.
Just be a hot old lady, bro. Meryl Streep, hot as shit.
Yeah. It's true. She looks like a human being still.
Okay, back to this great movie you did.
All right. Yeah. Back to this amazing performance of yours. Yeah.
So, wait, where did I leave? Where do we?
She
floating
looks like an embryo. Yeah.
So,
And your dick got, and you just took your dick out. It was really weird.
yeah, I did. I'll put that back.
Yeah.
So she wakes now, right? And she starts floating through the ship. She's going through the ship. And there's cool shots of her like passing like these water bubbles and things like that, right?
She only one on it?
She's the only one on it.
Okay.
And then there's another shot. You notice her, and she doesn't notice it, but you notice she passes like there's water bubbles, and then she passes to the left of her. There's like fire bubbles. These little fire bubbles, right?
Right.
You see, they look like the water bubbles too, but they're fire, clearly. And she doesn't notice it. She keeps going. And she gets to the radio and she tries to talk to Kowalski first.
Right.
She's like, Matt, this is Ryan. I'm on the ship. Do you copy? Matt, I made it on the ship.
No.
Do you copy? Matt, tell me where you are. Do you have a visual? I want to see you. I will come get you. Where are you? Do you copy? You've been yammering since Cape Canaveral. Now you have nothing to say?
Oof.
You know what I mean? She's panicking. You know?
I miss you
She
too,
goes,
George.
Please,
Too.
tell me. She's like, tell me anything. Tell me about the Mardi Gras story. I don't know that story. Tell me about that one. Please. And then she's just looking out the window, right? Nothing. Houston, this is Dr. Ryan Stone reporting from ISS. All comms with Kowalski have been lost. Visuals non-existent. To confirm, I, Ryan Stone, am the sole survivor of the STS-57. Pan back, aloneness. Beautiful shots, director. Good job.
This is so much.
So
Why is this just so intense? This
it doesn't stop. The whole movie, you're like this. So then the alarm starts going off, right? On the ship. You know, and she's like, what the fuck? And then she turns and the fire is on the screen and now it's raging. Those little fire bubbles, now they are a raging fire.
Oh my
in the
God.
ship, okay?
She has no brakes.
She has no brakes. So she grabs an extinguisher, right? And she starts trying to put it out. And then right when she puts it out, it knocks her back and knocks her unconscious. Bro, she does not get a break. Because you're like, all right, the fire's enough. No, let's knock her out for a little bit of it. So when she wakes, obviously it is raging.
I just want a second to breathe.
No breathing.
No, God damn.
She didn't get to breathe.
Dude.
You don't get to breathe.
Dude, this is... Good Lord.
So she wakes,
Good
and now
Lord.
she's trying to put the fire out.
I miss ants.
Yeah. She's trying to put the fire out, but now it's too raging. Now it's too big, okay?
Yeah.
So she's, and then right then, one of those jetpack seats goes off. And it's just shooting around her like a bomb. Like, and then now she starts swimming to go to a vault, and then it blows up. And then as she's getting into this other part of the ship, she's trying to close it, and the fire extinguisher is now blocking. And then she pulls it at the last second, and fire going off all around her, all right?
Fuck. Jesus Christ. Survive, Sandra, survive. I need you to survive. I need something.
So you hear the rumblings of the explosions outside, right? And then now she's trying to drive the ship. So she grabs the instructions and she's doing all this real fast, right? And then she hits a button And then it like she hits she figures out, so she goes, oh, there it is. She hits a button, it goes silent because it's a shot of outside the ship, and it's completely silent. Right. And then you just see her ship detach. But there's no noise, so it's so cool.
That's great.
You know what I mean?
But
it's like such a big, especially because the inside, it was so much noise and intensity, and then outside, just nothing.
Yeah, best shots of space.
So cool, man.
Yeah.
So, because big stuff making no noise is really cool. It's
yeah,
crazy. It's the idea of that.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
so it detaches. Yeah, she's looking at her watch, and it says she has 7 minutes to get out of there before the debris comes back around. Okay, so she has 7 minutes.
God.
I know it doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop.
God. Good God. Give me some break. Whoever's writing/directing this. So let me feel good for a second.
As the pod is now trying to leave off, the parachute straps are attached still. And now it starts slinging her around the ship. Now she's getting slung around like crazy. And she doesn't know why. She's like, what? Because she can't go. So she's just getting slung around this ship like a psychopath. You know what I mean? And then
like a psychopath?
That's what it looks like. Okay. Well, she's screaming. It's just like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Yeah, and then she's about to head into it and she fucking breaks it and then like backs it up calmly. And so now the ship looks like that shot when they were holding her, when the Clooney, that shot. Right. So now it's like that, but the ship. So you got the big station, all the parachute straps, and then her ship like tangled up, just like bounce kind of like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So she is now like, oh, fuck. You know what I mean? And then she just goes, she breathes deep and goes, great. Right? Calm. So the next shot is an outside shot of her crawling out of the spaceship now in a different spacesuit. Now she's in a different spacesuit. Yeah, okay.
Sure.
She's got like one of the Asian or Russian, whatever this space station is.
She's got to free this ship now, huh?
So she's talking to herself. She's like, clear skies with a chance of satellite debris. And then she's trying to do all the things. She's just trying to do the hooks, right? And then she keeps her eyes out, like she just keeps her eyes looking out for the stuff. And she's trying to untangle. And then she's saying to herself, we detach the ship, we go home, piece of cake. And she's humming to herself. She's trying to work. And then you see debris start flying by her, just like in the first shot. Then, and then she's like, and trying to like hum faster and like get it done. You know what I mean? She's like, and it keeps going faster and faster and faster. And then she loses like the wrench that's doing it.
Yeah.
And then when she turns to grab it, you just see a fucking meteor asteroid you know what I mean? It's like an asteroid.
It's the debris,
all the debris. It looks like a full meteor shower just coming at her. You know what I mean? Right. And then she's like, panics. And then she starts humming and she's trying to fucking get the shit, like untangled and shit.
Man, talk about pressure.
Yeah.
She has to outrun something that's going 20,000 miles per hour.
So yeah, and all you hear is that suspense, like music, and like she's breathing, and she's working faster and faster, and then, bro, no noise. Bam! It hits her ship, but no noise. But the biggest explosion you've ever seen.
Yeah.
So cool, but nothing, no sound.
God, how is she gonna survive this one?
Yep.
So doesn't even make any sense.
Hits her ship.
Hits her ship or hits the ship
that she's
the parachute.
Yeah. So now she's getting fucking flung like crazy again, right? And she's getting flung around. She's screaming, and then she's holding onto her ship for like dear life. And then the shots of this are the most. This is the best shots in the movie, by the way. Right. All these shots of her holding on for.
Well, this movie seems like it's amazing shots.
Oh, every shot, but this scene in particular just takes it to the another level.
Next level. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the explosion is so big for there to be no noise. And she's just flinging it. She's holding onto the ship, and and you already just felt so much for her, and you're like, how the fuck is she gonna get through this one?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then right then she's able to detach the last parachute thing, and she goes flying off into space. Right?
Yeah.
And she's flying away from the wreckage, and she looks back as she's holding onto the ship, and it looks like a nuclear bomb just went off behind her. And then it's on her helmet, and she just goes, I hate space. And she just drifts off.
You know what, Sandra? Fair thing to say.
So she finally gets back in her pod, and the alarm is going off, right? And the camera shot is on her watch, and the camera.
And there's like a massive monster in there that she has to fight now.
A monster.
Yeah.
Just Thanos in there.
Yeah. Turns out her ship has one of the stones in them. And she's gotta fucking figure
She was Dr. Stone.
Yeah, she's Dr. Strange the whole time.
So
she never gets a rest of any kind.
She resets her alarm for 90 minutes again.
Yeah.
You know, because you have to deal with that again at some point. The debris. So the ship is still like spinning, and then she goes, all right, let's stabilize you. So she stabilizes the ship. She gets it flying straight, and she's like, okay, now let's go. She sees the Chinese station. She's like, all right, let's go visit the station. She goes, Houston, Tiangong. That's the name of the ship that she's going. So Tiangong is 100.
She's just being racist.
Really racist.
Yeah.
Tiangong is 100 kilometers to the west. She's like, I will correct trajectory. Right? She keeps talking to Houston and say she's going to cut on the thrusters and heat the ship up, and then she's going to fly to it, right? And then she hits the button, nothing happens. And then she says it all again, hits the button, nothing happens.
Of course.
She pans down, looks at the fuel gauge, it's full. She taps it, empty. She starts going crazy. She goes, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me.
What the fuck?
Boom, boom. She starts punching it and breaking, kicking, and then it pans outside of her. And it, like you hear how loud it is, right? And then it pans outside, and you just hear nothing. You hear like you hear barely tapping and screaming,
right? As
it just keeps panning, and you see her in the little window going crazy. Which she has the right. I get because you thought you had a fuel tank, and there's nothing worse than being on E.
I'm not mad at her. I'm just God. I wanna relax. It's so early in the day.
Yep. So they show you more beautiful shots of Earth as she's screaming.
As she's losing her mind again.
Purely losing her mind.
Again,
right?
Just constantly in a state of panic.
So the next
her entire movie
shot is the outside shot of the glass freezing. The glass on the ship is freezing. So you know now how cold it is just from the outside.
Okay.
So they go you inside, and the inside of the ship is most of the stuff is completely frozen. She's sitting there. You know what I mean?
Oh, because she has no fuel.
There's no fuel. Now I can't cut it on. It's just a cold ship.
Oh, my God.
So she's talking to Houston, and then she hears something, but they speak a different language. You know, so she hears, right? And then she's like, Houston. She's like,
your
Mayday.
Asian is so bad. That's your Asian?
I don't know what like I could have been
absolutely
spot on.
Unless they're
when you hear it though, you are gonna be like, wow, Deric was
unless
accurate.
It's the Filipino space program.
It was.
You came even close.
I think it might be.
Okay.
Also, when you see what so she's like, you know, and then she's like, Mayday, I need help. And then you hear, you know, like Mayday, Mayday, right? And then she hears a dog in the background. And she goes, you're calling from Earth. She realizes it's just a person with a walkie. Bro. When I was watching with Sam starts crying. Because she doesn't cry, but just the look on her face of like, of course you're just some guy from Earth.
Oh, fuck.
So she goes, you know, what's your name? And then you hear like Anagong. You go, Anagong? And she goes, Anagong? I Dr. Stone. She was like, Anagong, can you make your dogs bark again for me, please? Here. I'm gonna go. And she goes, your dogs, you know, woof, woof, woof. And then he goes, woof, woof. She goes, yes. Oh, oh, oh. And then he starts doing it. Oh, 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 oh. And then the dog starts barking, right? Like, woof, oh, 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 oh. And then now she's doing it. She's laughing. She's like, they're all, you know, oh, oh, oh. And she just breaks down. Oh, you know, like that. And then she starts crying and she goes, I'm gonna die, Anaga. I'm gonna die. And she goes, I know we're all gonna die, but I'm gonna die today. It's a funny thing to know. And she says, but the thing is, Anaga, I'm still scared. I'm so scared. No one will mourn me. No one will pray for my soul. She's like crying. She's like, will you mourn for me, Anaga? Will you say a prayer for me, or is it too late? She's like, I'd say one, but I never prayed in my life. No one taught me how. And she's crying. And then over the radio, you can hear a baby crying. You know? And then the guy starts singing, you know, the Asian guy is like, I know God, me na yo. He's like singing a lullaby to her baby. Right. And then she goes, is that a lullaby you're singing? Mm-hmm. It's so sweet. I used to sing to my baby. I hope I see her soon. And then she starts hitting all these buttons. And she says, that's so nice, Anagon. Just sing to me. Sing to me to sleep. And then she cuts off all the oxygen levels. And she closes her eyes.
Oof.
Right? So, she closes her eyes.
Yeah.
Okay. she hears tapping on the glass.
The fuck? Tapping
on the glass. She looks up. George Clooney's outside the door.
Are you shitting me?
George Clooney outside the door.
Is that real?
She's like, what? He can't see.
Is that real?
She notices what he's doing. She goes, no. She screams. He opens the door. Sound goes completely like that.
She's not in a spacesuit or anything.
Nope. You see her, and then now you see her like this, right?
Yeah.
And then he gets in, not knowing. He closes the thing, and then he's like, oh, man. He opens up his helmet, he starts talking, and then right then she goes, how did you get here? And he's like, it's a hell of a story. He's like, but I'm glad to see you, right? And he goes, any vodka in here? And he pulls out a thing, and he gets himself some vodka. You know what I mean? And then he goes, I didn't think you were going to make it. And then he drinks it. And then he looks at her and he goes, let's get out of here, huh? And she's just looking at him like, what the fuck?
Oh, is she hallucinating?
And then he goes, let's get out of here. It's 100 miles away where we're going to another station where she needs to go, the Chinese station.
Chinese one.
She's like, it's 100 miles away, just a little Sunday drive. And then she goes, but there's no fuel. And he goes, did you try everything? She's like, I tried everything. He's like, did you try the landing fuel? And then she goes, it's for landing. He's like, landing and launching are the same thing, which is true.
Is it? You said this is true, like you've been in space.
When he explained, right, let me get there.
Okay.
He's like, oh, that would be the same thing.
Okay.
So he goes, landing and launching are the same thing. It's fuel. You have to use fuel to land and use fuel to launch. So there is fuel in the thing.
Okay.
You just won't have landing. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what he was like, no, there's fuel in here.
Yeah.
You just haven't thought about it. You're thinking about it in the wrong way. You're worried about how am I going to land. Yeah. Fuck that.
You got to survive.
You got to survive.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
How do I get there now?
So that's what he meant.
We'll cross that bridge when we get
there.
Yeah.
So she's like, he tells her the landing thing, and then she complains more about how she never made it to the landing part of the thing because she crashed the simulator every time.
Right.
And then he goes, do you want to go home or not?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, I get it. It's safe up here. Mm-hmm. There's nobody up here that can hurt you, you know? And he asks her, and he goes, there's nobody up here that can hurt you. And what's the point of living? Your kid is dead, you know? He's like, he said, your kid is dead. Nothing rougher than that.
Right.
Period. Nothing's going to be rougher than that.
Right.
You know? He said, but it's still a matter of what to do now. You know? You got to plant your feet in the ground and start living your life, Ryan.
Oh, she's hallucinating.
Yeah, and then she looks at him and he goes, Ryan, it's time to go home. And the alarm starts beeping again and she wakes up.
Yeah.
You know? But the shot when he comes in freaks you the fuck out the first time you see the movie.
Yeah,
well, not now. Yeah. But when you see the movie, when I saw it in theaters, you think it's the greatest ending of all time because you think, oh my God. We saw this whole experience with her.
Yeah.
We see this whole thing of her surviving. We don't see how he survives.
No.
Then she dies and he lives. Greatest movie of all time.
Right.
Greatest movie of all time. Right. But this is also fine. This is a great movie. This is one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah.
But that's how close you were, bro.
For a second, I thought Clooney was back, and then
this was the craziest movie you've ever heard of in your life, right?
I don't even know how to feel. And
how would you even feel?
Yeah, now I just still feel sad, but at least I know.
You know kind of where this is maybe going, hopefully.
Well, at least now I know that Clooney isn't going to come back to a life magically. He's gone. He's gone.
So she cuts her oxygen levels back up, takes a deep breath, and jolts herself like, you know what I mean?
Right.
She just starts telling herself, landing is launching, landing is launching, landing is launching. And she starts hitting buttons, right? Mm-hmm. And you could tell her body is still like frozen by the way she's like hitting them.
Right.
You know what I mean? And she starts reading the manuals again and figuring it out. And then she figures something out. She goes, Matt, you're one clever son of a bitch. She hits some more buttons and then she breaks the ship down to the piece other than the piece of the pod that she's in.
Right.
Okay. And then she starts talking to Matt. She's like, Matt, I need a favor. You're going to see a girl with brown hair. Lots of knots in it. He goes, you're going to see a girl with brown hair. Can you tell her I miss her and I love her so much? And tell her Mama found her red shoe. Matt, she was so worried about that red shoe. Tell her I love her, Matt.
That's gonna make me cry.
Tell her, you give her a big hug and you tell her I'm not quitting. Tell her I love her so much. You know? And then I
got goosebumps.
She goes, can you do that for me? She said, nothing. She goes, Roger that. And then she goes, Roger that. Here we go. And she hits the button and the chute just like the ship shoots off right back into space. And then she puts her suit back on in the thing, right? Like her helmet and shit.
Right.
And then she says, she goes, okay, she's timing it out in her head. She's like, the Chinese station is dropping fast because she can see it like dropping into the Earth atmosphere.
Right.
And she's like, but it ain't going without me, you know? And then she starts like aiming it and like timing it right and shit. And she goes, she grabs the fire extinguisher and she starts counting down. She goes, 5, 4, 3, let's go home. And then she fucking shoots the door open and she shoots into space. And now she is using the fire extinguisher as a jetpack.
Yeah.
Bro, and she's like, and she's doing the math in her head. She's like 90 degrees, 180 degrees. Like, bro, just genius shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And she's just doing that shit. And then she shoots her way to the Chinese ship. And then right when she gets to the ship, you can see the ship is like dropping into the atmosphere because it's like that shot of like when something drops in the atmosphere. Like,
right.
Yeah, that. So it's dropping in, right? And then she can't grab it and she runs out of juice. So she uses it. She's like, and she's drifting away from it. So she uses the fire extinguisher, like throwing it to like catapult herself. So she
use the opposite momentum.
Yeah, and uses that momentum to get her towards the ship. And then she starts grabbing. And last second, boom, grabs a piece of the handle, right? So now she's holding on to that as the ship is just flying into the atmosphere. Okay? Shots are amazing, obviously.
Yeah. She's got to get inside before she burns up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So...
So she's on the ship. She's catapulted herself onto the ship.
Yeah, so wait.
Man, this is the most intense part to lose your place, man.
Yeah.
I'm so like finally something good's gonna happen.
So she's climbing her way all the way to the top, and she finally gets to the top, and she sees, like, when she gets to the top of the ship, she looks over, she sees that debris is now right back on her. It's coming again, right? Mm-hmm. So she puts her debris coming back on her. So she opens the door, you know?
The airlock,
holding on, cuts to her. Now then it just cuts to her like inside the ship, okay? Right. And the shot is like from in her helmet, and she's looking at her vitals and blah, 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 checking everything. And then the pod is getting hit and then it ding, 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 you know what I mean, that she's in. And then she starts like air swimming through the Chinese ship to get where, you know, and she's looking outside and she sees the ship is just dropping like crazy. She sees the fire coming off the fucking outside of the ship, you know what I mean? And then but like she's still in space, and it's still in the space part. And then she gets to the driver's chair, and she doesn't know any of the buttons because they're all in Chinese.
No one's there.
No one's there.
Right.
And she looks outside, and now it's screeching into the atmosphere.
Right.
Just you know what I mean, all the way in the atmosphere.
Right.
And she's panicking breath, and then she breaks into the cloud, and she's just breathing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And she starts pushing buttons, and she's like looking outside, and she doesn't know what buttons. Like she's just trying to figure it out, and then finally she hits the right button, right? Yeah. And then bing, and then like everything breaks off of her,
right?
Other than the one now, it's just her pod flying down, and then she's like, Houston in the blind, this is Ryan Stone. I'm about to dock in Tiangong, you know, and then she's laughing to herself, and she's like, I have a bad feeling about this mission, right? And she's laughing, and she goes, it reminds me of a story. And then right then, like, her ship breaks into a million more pieces.
Right.
And then she goes, never mind, you know? And she goes, it's getting really hot in here. And then she goes, there's only 2 outcomes I see. Make it down in one piece with an amazing story to tell, or burn up in the next 10 seconds. She laughs really hard and she goes, either way, no harm, no foul.
This is so intense.
You know? And she goes, it'll be one hell of a ride. I'm ready. And then she puts her helmet on, locks it. And then they show her ship, and now it's burning, like on fire completely, heading into the atmosphere. It's completely red. She's screaming from the inside. All her circuits are frying on the inside. Like they're all firing, like catching on fire and shit.
Right.
And she's like, she is able to reach one more button, and then right then, she's reaching that button like her ship bursts into a million more pieces, like into like even now literally just the contraption she is in.
Right.
Okay, like it was a bigger pod, then this, and then now it's like she's just in this little thing. Okay,
right.
And so it's literally completely red, on fire. The thing is red, you know, and it's coming down at a gajillion miles an hour, you know, and then it's being followed by like an asteroid field and all the satellite stuff. So it looks like, and that stuff's getting burnt up in the atmosphere. So it's such a cool shot of just her coming in and shit behind her getting burnt up. You know what I mean?
Right.
So she's flying down, and her breath is hanging, and then she finally breaks into the clouds, and her parachute opens. Right?
Good God.
And then she starts dropping down, and then you hear This is Houston. This is Houston. It's the black hat guy.
Right.
This is Houston. Our radar detects you. Please confirm identity. They don't know what's going on.
Right.
You know? And then she lands in the water. Her things aren't working. Her ship is completely on fire.
Right.
Everything on the inside's on fire. All
right.
And she's coughing. You know what I mean? And then, please confirm identity. This is Houston. Rescue mission is on the way. Nothing. She opens the door. Water floods it because she lands on water, right?
Right.
In the ocean. Water starts flooding in. She's trying to get out. Can't get out. Can't get out.
Motherfucker.
She can't get out.
What the fuck?
Russian. She's trying to get out. She starts sinking now with the ship.
Oh, my Lord.
Finally, the water is like all even, so she's able to get out the window.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Gets out the window, starts swimming up, notices she's sinking still. She's still just sinking. She's sinking. Now she's panicking because she can't breathe. And then right then a frog swims by her and she calmly sees it. And then she just shreds all her spacesuit. And then like frog swims to the top. And then right when she gets to the top, and again, it feels like you can breathe again for the first time. And then she's like, it's a shot of her like on her back, just looking up at the sky. And then she just floats to land. Right? She floats all the way to this island.
Right.
And then when she gets there, she looks up and she sees the debris just shooting down in the sky. Right? And then finally she swims to like all the way to the shore.
Fight a wolf.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
She swims to the shore. She crawls up to the sand. She rubs her fingers through it, laughing and smiling. She goes, thank you. Thank you. And then she tries to get up and she can't because of space. And she laughs even harder. And then epic music starts playing like da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na. And then she gets up slowly and she looks up and it's a shot of like her legs and her body. Great body. And then she fucking slowly walks off. Gravity.
Jesus. Good God.
What'd you think, buddy?
Man, usually like we'll like riff in between this. This one I was like, I don't have
We don't have time. There's no.
I haven't.
You're trying to breathe. It's hard to riff when you're trying to breathe.
I don't have the will. I'm just trying to survive right now.
Yeah, through space.
Oh my God. Just bad thing after bad thing after bad. I can't believe George Clooney dies that early.
I've watched this movie 3 times, I think, in the last month.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not including the time I watched it. All the times I've watched it before and the time we watched it when we were originally going to do it.
Yeah.
Every time I've watched it in this last month. Better than the last. When I watched it yesterday, even fucking better. Even better. The movie's, this is 7 Oscars nominated. I totally get it. I get it, bro. You did a great job. I think this is the nigga from The Revenant. I think you did this.
Oh, in Naruto or whatever?
I believe. Maybe I'm making that up, but good job.
Oh, man, I'm not excited for this.
Oh, I'm so excited for you. You're going to cry your little bald eyes out.
My bald eyes.
Yeah, your eyes are not hairy.
Okay. I mean...
Gravity, bitch!
See you next week.